All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody to this friggin' radical two-man should be inaugural
seminal
weekly man cast. What are we gonna call it? Man cast? What do we call it? The man cast? It's got about maybe, I don't know. How about the Dick and Balls cast? Maybe
yes.
The Dick and Balls cast, the footballs,
footballs.
the giant footballs man cast.
Today's sponsored Diet 7.
Oh yeah, I got mine Diet Pepsi here. All right, we're doing good. All right, well, today joining me is the one and the only Wyatt Smith, all the way from Idaho Falls, Idaho. What's up, Dub?
Nothing much. What day is it? Saturday? I'm just kidding. Every day is Saturday here in paradise.
I freaking hate you.
No, life is good, man. I've got all the delegating done, leaving on a jet plane tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to Missouri, right?
Yeah, Salt Lake.
For what?
Layover in Dallas, and then visiting the in-laws, some of the in-laws, brother and nephews out in the crooked letter O-U-R-I. So hopefully get some Kansas City barbecue. I'm going to see the Arch. Hopefully I'll run into Nelly.
So what's funny is that Carlos Jones, who's normally on this podcast, is from St. Louis.
Oh, well, I'll have to text the group.
That's right.
And find like the local spots. I don't want to do the touristy things other than Bass Pro Shop to get a trucker hat from my brother.
Is that like the home of Bass Pro Shop?
I think so. It might be the world's largest there. So they have some stuffed things.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it, man. Week three.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your lineup. Did you make any genius or bonehead starts or sits?
I think the first genius move that I'm going to make, talking presently, moving forward, I lost this week. We'll say that first. The Cowboys won, so that's more important. But
okay, touche.
I'm gonna pop a chubby and get Hubbard. What is this guy's name? Bubba? Double Bubble?
Yeah, actually, he's on my list to talk about. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard. Yeah. Chuba Hubbard. Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to have the first waiver spot. We have a 10-man league of all our friends.
Sweet.
And that's my free agent to target.
Yeah. Who are the other running backs? Who are the other running backs on your squad?
I have the guy on the Colts, James Taylor.
Start, really rough start. Jonathan Taylor, really rough start for him.
Yeah, I really don't like Carson Wentz, so I don't know. Isn't he on the Colts?
Yeah.
Gingers, you can't trust them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Lamar Jackson, that's my biggest woe. I could have had a much better game, could have had a win, but there were some bad drops.
So you sat Lamar, or you played Lamar?
He just didn't. He didn't give me enough. A couple drop touchdowns, and
well, who's your backup?
David Carr. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough call. So there's your answer, right? I mean, you're like, but the question is when would you ever sit Carr or sit Lamar and play Carr? I mean, that's just you have to play Lamar like every week, right?
Yeah, he's pretty much one of those must starts unless I can trade him and get trade bait, upgrade at running back.
Right.
I have Saquon. He finally showed up. That was a welcome relief.
Yeah. So I wrote down that he went for 16 rushes for 51 yards. So he certainly didn't, perform great on the ground, 16 for 51. He did get a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
But here's the good news for Saquon owners is that he played 86% of the snaps.
For New York. 86. He's the RB1.
Yeah. So that's great news because, in the first couple of games, he certainly didn't get that kind of usage rate. So that's good news going forward.
Yeah. He went from 2.6 points to 15 in my league.
Yeah, huge.
We don't do any type of points per reception. We don't do any type of fraction.
Just straight up.
Okay. Don't email us about that. Those are stupid. No one scores 6.28 3 points. I mean, a first down
it's good for tie splits. That's what it's good for. So you're not tying people.
Oh, tie splits. That reminds me of that Saigon orb. She could do the tie splits.
That Saigon horde that bit my nose off.
So yeah, I think my move is to cut AJ Dillon and pick up Hubbard.
Hope
for a big week.
Well, the only thing about that is, so let's talk about Christian McCaffrey's injury. So word on the street is it's not even a grade 1 strain. So he could actually be playing in 2 weeks. So he'll unlikely play this week, likely to play in 2 weeks though. So the Chuba Hubbard pickup is likely a 1 week thing. Huh. So that's
maybe it's not worth a waiver.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, who knows? I mean, the reality is that, what if it's 3 weeks, right? Because, those soft tissue injuries, man, I mean, they can linger and he's not going to come back on a 85, 90% leg. I mean, he's only going to come back when it's ready to go. Yeah. Well, he's going to probably want to try, but I think he's smart enough to realize that it's a 17-week season. It's a long season. If he misses 3 weeks, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I actually have CMC in 2 leagues. I had the number 1 overall pick in one and a number 3 in another. And so I'm in 3 leagues. And so the league that I took him number 1 overall, that's probably my biggest miss this week. Is obviously I'm not going to sit Christian McCaffrey, but that brings me to Kareem Hunt. I mean, Kareem Hunt looked really, really good. I mean, the guy went for a touchdown and a bunch. I mean, I think he had 70 yards on the ground, from catching. I mean, 70 yards out of the, from the air.
Yeah.
I think he had like 30 or 40. Yeah. And I mean, this guy, I mean, he's truly an RB2 that kind of produces low end RB1 numbers
with the pass game. And as much as Winston, he's on the Saints, right? Of course.
Yeah.
As much as Winston's going to dump down or look for those quicker reads, I think he's
Kareem Hunt for the not Kamara.
Oh, Alvin Kamara. That's right.
No, Kareem Hunt. Yeah, the backup for Cleveland. Yeah, the backup for Cleveland. So I mean, they've got they got Chubb.
Is Chubb hurt?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're sharing carries.
Yeah,
but they're putting up points. Both
of them are doing great.
Terrible.
I mean, no question that Chubb is the better back out of the two. But I'm going to start Hunt this week in place of CMC and just hope that he gives me a similar performance. Give me like 40 on the ground and 40 through the air and a touchdown, and I'll be happy with my 20 points and I'll move on.
Yeah. No, I think that Cleveland team with the pass rush they have and Baker, what is it? His 5th year coming into his own finally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Miles, what's his name? Miles Garrett. This dude. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Imagine if he had an extra helmet in his hand, the things he could do on that field.
He had an extra one.
He'd have 4.5 sacks in
so true.
every game.
Well, speaking of that, we'll just jump right to that. I mean,
someone's going to get the sack record.
Justin Fields was running for his life out there. I mean, absolutely wrestling. I mean, this poor kid is his first start for the Bears. Listen to these stats, Wyatt. Listen to these stats, okay? Justin Fields. He goes 6 for 20 through the air. He completed 6 passes and only 20 attempts for 68 yards.
Yeah. Was it 9 sacks, 11 sacks?
He was sacked 9 times. This is supposed to 9 times, Ferris Bueller. 9 times. Yeah. 9 times.
No, that's not good.
Dude, and listen to this. This is supposed to be a running quarterback. So he had 0 pocket presence. I mean, he had no clue that there was guys on the left, the right behind. I mean, this dude should take a snap and just start running. I mean, this offensive line looks terrible.
Yeah, I heard a wild take on some TikTok that the coach did that. This is stupid, but the coach did that on purpose just to prove the point that he wasn't ready. No, and I know that's preposterous, but that he would rather have Andy Dalton, and that he knew that was the right.
Matt Nagy's on the hot seat anyways. I mean, this dude,
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Might as well stick with your ego. And
yeah.
but yeah, you've got to do pocket rollouts. You've got to move the pocket. You've got to get him out in space, give him a couple quick read options.
Here's what doesn't make sense, right? And I get it. The Cleveland front is really, really tough. But I mean, you got David Montgomery back there, right? You got Allen Robinson. You run a flare screen.
Yeah, or run a
draw.
Every team has 2 tight ends.
Yeah, I mean, just give this guy some protection back there a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But 6 for 20 is just absolutely pathetic. Which reminds me that here's what I'm going to do. I have Allen Robinson in 2 leagues. I think I got him in the 3rd round in one of my leagues. I'm in the 4th round. I thought I stole the guy. And I mean, week 1, I think he had like 11 or 12 targets. He still led the team in targets, but he only had 2 catches for 24 yards. I am benching him.
Yeah.
I'm benching him. And in one of my leagues that I have him, I'm going to play Odell Beckham ahead of him, and I'm going to bench him. And in another league, I'm going to play Jamar Chase ahead of him. I put Jamar Chase. He was my flex, which let's talk about Jamar Chase for a sec, Dub. How good is this freaking kid? Did you see him on Sunday?
No, he went to Clemson, right?
No, he went to LSU.
LSU. Yeah, but he's not on Burrow's team.
He is. He plays for Cincinnati.
Oh, well, that's why they're clicking then.
Well, that's just the whole thing, right? So he sat last year out with through the COVID thing. He just decided to sit the year.
Yeah.
Which whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Exactly.
Say no to the jab.
Yeah, good luck.
Just say no. Our second sponsor of the day is Pfizer Presidente. That's Kaiser Permanente.
That's right. I like that. Did you just come up with that?
No, there's no original. Someone said that.
That's freaking hilarious. So anyhow, but this kid goes for a touchdown in his first game. So I don't know if you remember this at all, but in the preseason, he had 2 games where he dropped everything. He had 3 drops in one preseason game. Everyone started wondering where you should draft him because he had this bad game. And then the next game, he had another game with a couple of nasty drops. And then he gets interviewed about his drops. And here's what he says. He says, well, this football is so hard to catch because it doesn't have the white stripes on it like I'm used to.
Oh, yeah, the learning curve.
Right. So it's like, oh no. So I take a flyer and I draft this kid on 2 of my leagues. I think I got him in the 7th round in one, and I think the 7th round in another one. This guy goes for a touchdown and 100 yards in game 1. He goes for a touchdown and 100 yards in game 2. He has 2 touchdowns and 60 yards last week. This kid is the real deal, man. He is the real deal. The only other person to have stats like that in the first 3 games, Randall Moss.
I have his son, Thaddeus Moss, on my Madden fantasy franchise.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Does his son play college ball or something?
No, he's on a pro team now. He's not really good. Yeah, he played for Miami. I think that might be wrong. We'll edit that out. Just kidding.
That's for real.
But no, that's incredible. It's good for Midwest football that it's not always Chicago's turn. I'm glad Cincinnati and Cleveland are representing.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio, good land. Are you kidding me right now? Ooh. Other than Ohio State, I mean, they had nothing to cheer for. I mean, other than the 1 year LeBron brought him the championship. I mean, freaking hell.
Yeah, you're rooting for Kevin Love just collecting his paycheck.
Jeez, dude, exactly. All right, well, so one thing that I've noticed, so former BYU running back Jamal Williams, did really well behind. Yeah, he did really awesome behind Aaron Jones last year. Somehow, some way, Green Bay didn't want to keep him, so he goes up to be the backup to DeAndre Swift up in Detroit.
Yeah, Motor City.
Yeah, dude. Listen, man, this kid, I think he's had a touchdown in every game. He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it.
Yeah. Is that true? He has 3 on the year?
I think so. Yeah. And
you would know.
well,
Do you have him in your leagues? I have a couple BYU
I have him. I
fanboys,
have
so
him. Yeah, I have him
he
in
went
one.
early.
I have him in one league. Yeah, let's look here real quick. So let's see, game log. So here's what he does in week 1. He rushes 9 for 54 and gets a touchdown. He also gets 8 of 9 catches for 56. Right, had a great week 1. That's against San Francisco. Then he goes against Green Bay, 7 for 25, so only a 3.6 yard average there. No touchdowns that game, and goes 3 for 3 on targets. Only gets, had a kind of a rough second week, but this last week, here we are again, right? He goes 12 attempts, his most rushing attempts on the year, for 42, right? He also scores a touchdown, and he goes 2 for 2 for 25 on catches.
Swift have.
And yeah, and of course Swift, and Swift did a little better than him, so he's clearly sort of the top guy. But I mean, talk about an incredible backup running back to have. I mean, this guy seems like, and he also seems to be the goal line guy. Like last week, I guess Swift got stuffed at the goal line.
I watched that play.
Jamal Williams comes in, and then he scores his touchdown on the goal line. So I think they trust him more on the goal line than they do Swift. So he might be somebody that you can start in a flex spot, a running back 3. Not sure if he's available in your league or not.
No, there's some BYU fanboys in my league, so he disappeared.
Gotcha.
Hawkinson is who I wanted. Isn't he on Detroit?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted either
he had a
Waller or Kelsey.
He had a really rough. Those are the top 3 for sure for that. But
yeah,
he had a rough week 3. I've got him in my big boy league, and he didn't do jack for me. No, I take that back. I've got him in my my work league, and he didn't do for me there. But really need him to. Speaking,
do you do kicking bonuses in your league
for long distance boys?
Yeah, so that was we don't do fractions, but 6.6, points for a kick. I bet a lot of games were determined by that game.
Dude, that
second time Detroit, that's what made me think of it, is the second time Detroit has given up a record-setting field goal, like in the last 10 years.
Well, Matt Prater was the one that hit it against, I don't think it was against the Lions that he hit it, but maybe it was when he broke the Dempsey record. I guess, was it Tom Dempsey held the record for remember, he was the guy that had that foot that was sawn in half.
Yeah, he probably had steel in there.
Shoe. He made a special kicking shoe. But I mean, he just toe punched that thing. I think it was a 62 yarder that held the record forever. And then Prater, in the thin air a mile high, breaks it with 63. And then I think he broke it again with 64.
Yeah, broke his own.
Yeah, I think so. And then Tucker comes in, and I mean, dude, it hits the upright, and I thought it's coming back. The fact that it flopped back through.
Yeah, flopped in. That's crazy odds. A lot of goal posts hitting, a lot of game-winning field goals these last couple of weeks. It's been.
Yeah.
I'm sure ratings are a lot higher since.
So is
the kneeling ended.
Is Tucker the greatest kicker in NFL history now?
I mean, he's the longest kicker. He's the best opera singing kicker. But I think Morton Anderson and homeboy on
Vinatieri.
Falcon, Vinatieri. Though he did have a snowplow to help him that one Super Bowl.
Yeah, touche.
But no, who's the other Anderson? The Falcon?
Yeah.
Morton Anderson.
No, Morton Anderson was a quarterback. Yeah, wasn't it?
No, Morton Anderson's a kicker.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He just has the most points ever in NFL career.
Well, he's no Greg the Leg Zerline, right? There, Dub.
Oh God, the Cowboys. Good to beat up on the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, all the Alabama rookies. I don't know. They're not that good.
Yeah, it takes a minute to get into the pros. It just takes a minute. By the way, question. Longtime Cowboy fan.
Yeah, since first grade.
Name the color of the Cowboys' pants.
Oh, it's got to be
What is that color? What is that color?
Normandy sea foam, but without any blood in it. It's something brave and powerful, like the storming beach of the brave. Blue. It's called.
What is that color?
Foam.
I mean, it's silvery,
Jerry
bluish.
Jones bathwater. He's that's pretty.
What is that? What is that color, man? I mean, why can't they just have blue pants or silver pants? It's got to be like this. What is? I mean, what pastel colored? It's like a pastel.
No,
it is. It's like a pastel.
It's shiny like the Wild West.
It's not quite periwinkle.
It's not anywhere near periwinkle. It's not quite seafoam because that doesn't sound right. But yeah, it's not blue, and it's not silver. It's some.
Come on, guys. I mean, go to what? I mean, what? Get rid of that color. It is awful. And the other thing that's funny about it is every time I watch old Dak in them shorts, his ass is jiggling all over the place in those things, and it is hot.
They typically have booty.
Oh dear.
Black quarterbacks.
Old Dak.
Play the race card, but
all that Dak.
Carlos isn't here, so I'll say
all that
black
Dak.
Quarterbacks tend to have booty. Since Warren Moon, the guy on the Redskins that won the Super Bowl, it's in their genes.
Yeah.
I like his Jordan brand. I think Michael made a good choice on signing Dak, though. He and David Carr.
I didn't know that.
Derek. Oh yeah,
Derek Carr.
He and Derek Carr. That's my Super Bowl prediction. Raiders, Cowboys. You heard it here.
Hold on.
First.
Whoa. Well, let's talk about these 3-0 teams real quick. All right, so here's our 3-0 teams. We got the Cardinals.
Oh, I'm so glad Brady lost.
We got the Cardinals. We got the Panthers. We got the Rams, the Broncos, and the Raiders. All right. Which of those is the biggest pretender? Cards, Panthers, Rams, Broncos, Raiders.
I want to say not the Rams. They have that defense. Teddy Two Gloves looks good, but he doesn't look as good as Derek Carr. Sorry, David, Texans. Plus, Derek Carr has God on his side. I see him praying after every game. I've kind of been a Raiders fanboy. I know you hate him as a Broncos fan since the Bo Jackson days of Tecmo Bowl, Super Bowl. Especially.
Are we going to have a real Raider fan and a closet Raider fan on this freaking podcast? Dear Heavenly Hosts.
I have regional bias, so I do like the Broncos. I hate the Seahawks, so that kind of. But I do like Arizona, and I do like the Raiders a little. I think Arizona stacked their team. They look incredible.
Yeah.
Their pass rush,
Kyler Murray
is
the best player in the NFL right now so far, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a slow week this week, but those first 2 weeks were awesome. Just incredible to watch. Yeah. I'm going to say that the Panthers.
My vote's the Bronco.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Panthers or the Raiders in my opinion, now the Broncos haven't played anybody yet, but I think that the defense for Denver is really, really, really good. They shut out the Jags. They allowed like 7 against the Giants, and I think, or 17 or 12. And anyways, nobody scored 20 against them. And I mean, their defense looks absolutely 100% legit, and Teddy's not turning the ball over. So, the good news about that is you're not putting your defense in bad positions like we have been in the past. So that's why I'm going to give them a slight nod over those other two teams. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Sam Darnold looks like a new person. I mean, you get him out from underneath that jackwagon Adam Gase. I feel bad for Adam Gase. This guy gets attacked.
New York City. I mean,
no, it's true. Yeah, I mean, a rookie going there, it's tough. But I mean, Darnold looks stellar. He's my starting quarterback in my big league. He was my backup. That's my big league. I drafted Trevor Lawrence in the 10th round. That's my starting quarterback. So my team name is Trevor Lawrence of Arabia. And yeah, dude. But anyways, yeah, I'm about to bench his ass. Just play Darnold every week.
No, yeah, Trevor Lawrence is not a starter.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
Darnold.
fantasy football, at least.
Yeah, I mean, Darnold just looks good. And then once CMC went down, I mean, you thought, well, they're done for. But no, man, they just kept their foot on the gas, and
next man up,
they found open guys and they played great. But yeah, of those 3-0 teams, I agree with you. I think the Cardinals or the Rams are the best of those teams. I probably would give the Rams a slight edge because of their defense. And I think Stafford and Kupp look amazing. I mean, Cooper Kupp looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Eastern Washington zone.
Yeah. I mean, it looks really, really good. But here's one thing I'll throw at you. So speaking of Derek Carr,
yes,
and all
God be praised.
God be praised. Name the wide receiver in the league with the most yards so far through week 3.
Week 3.
Wide receiver with the most yards.
Is it Tyreek Hill? That'd be my guess. But
his name is Hunter Renfrow.
Renfrow. It sounds like a character from Game of Thrones. You're telling me there's a football player named that?
Yeah, he plays for the Raiders. He's that scatbacky white kid. Yeah, I mean, Hunter. In fact, not only is he leading the league in yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
According to Derek Carr, he's the best football player on the team. The best
more than Josh
player
Jacobs or Cleveland Farrell or
crazy, right?
Waller.
Yeah. Better than Waller. I mean, think about that, right?
Yeah.
They're going to be better than Waller, right? Yeah. But that's what they say. So, I mean, who knows, man? Maybe this is the kid. So maybe you go and pick you up some Hunter Renfrow if you need a little wide receiver help at the flex.
Well, here's my real predicament is I have Lamar Jackson and Derek Carr, and they're both week 11 bye weeks. So in my league, I'd have to cut one to make, because I have to have a starter, right? You have to start a quarterback to make it fair. So I might trade one.
So
try to upgrade at running backs, and I'm leaning towards Lamar. I know that sounds crazy. But
I get it. But
Derek Carr is putting up 30 points a week.
What if you do this? Who's got Christian McCaffrey?
Oh yeah, that's true. The guy with the first pick. I don't remember who had him.
Well, what I'm saying though is that maybe you do Lamar for Christian McCaffrey. Start Derek Carr, pick up Darnold as your backup.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm pretty sure Darnold's a free agent in our league. Someone just streamed Cousins, so I mean that's we only have 10. He can only have 2 total. We have some
weird rules.
Fantasy football, just weird rules. Not weird rules. I think it makes more sense. More logical.
I mean, unless he's got like Brady or somebody else as his quarterback, that's a real stud. I mean, maybe you dangle Lamar out there to him for Christian McCaffrey. He's probably maybe worried. And then who's your running backs? Your starters?
Hold on, I wanted to look up that blue. Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't tell you the name of the ugly green. Blue, navy blue, royal blue, silver, white, and seafoam. It's got to be seafoam.
Seafoam. Does it say
I have Saquon. No, it doesn't say. My team is Lamar Jackson, Amari Cooper. I had Thielen, Saquon Barkley. I have a stacked team. Jonathan Taylor, and I did get Kittle, even though I was one of the other 4 above him.
Don't worry, he's going to be just fine.
And then my second or my third and fourth running backs a week, I have Zach Moss, and I'm probably going to cut AJ Dillon and pick up Hubbard like we said earlier.
Yeah, I mean
so if I could upgrade running back for Lamar, I think I'd be set to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, but you could even do a deal where it's like you do Lamar and who is your other starting running back?
Saquon and Taylor.
Yeah, so you do like Lamar and Taylor, maybe. Well, not even that. I mean, you could put Taylor as your flex.
Yeah,
because you keep Taylor as your flex, and you just make that trade straight up.
Got it, mosquito.
Oh, good job, dude.
Thanks, dude.
Buddy, good job.
Kill them all.
Breaking the law. Yeah, buddy. Well, anyways,
that's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's fun. That's what I love about fantasy football is like, I mean, it's already going to be back Thursday.
Yeah.
And then just Saturday night, it's the last thing I do before I go to sleep. And Sunday morning, it's the first thing I do.
Yeah. Besides go to church, right?
Well, I mean, church is at 11. So the first thing I do is,
Painful.
Hump my wife, wake her up. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The dog's usually in the way.
Breaking in the Sabbath.
But yeah, just turning on football countdown and always hoping for that one, like, let me spend $1 and pick someone up and that'll give me the win. I'm always looking for that. It's the best. The most terrific.
What's your buy-in in this league, Dub?
Oh, ours is little. Ours is old friends that we've known for 20 years.
So it's like $10 or $20 or
20.
like that? Yeah.
$20 buy-in, 50 for the runner-up, 150 for the winner, and then every transaction's $1, and that ends up being like 130.
Oh, okay.
And then we added a side bet for.
So every time you pick someone up, it costs you $1, huh?
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is. So there's like the Super Bowl winner, and then the highest points total for the season wins the transaction money. And then we have a side bet for the highest single week.
Oh, cool.
Wins a $5 or so whatever, 50.
It's good, dude.
And this year we voted to expand the league. So we're going to have 12 next year. So that'll up the money by whatever. Yeah. But thin the talent, which I'm not looking forward to because I like scoring points and winning.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording here, Dub.
Michael Porter Jr. says hi.